Nistas and Nistas, how are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrance, and today we are going to talk about my September fragrance tray. Yes, I have decided to add monthly fragrance trays to my fragrance experience, you guys. This is my first month during doing this since I've been providing content. So we're going to get into the next slide and I'll share with you how I have it set up. So if you're interested in hearing the things that I plan to give focus to for the month of September, please stay tuned. All right, Nistas. Okay, so I'm showing you this aim so that you can see where my fragrance tray is actually set up. If you see in the videos, part of my back, and I just use it for decorations, is the cabinet behind me when I'm filming videos. This is this cabinet, and this is the third shelf. It has 4 shelves in this cabinet, and this is shelf 3. And I have this acrylic stand here. I got these off Amazon. If you're interested, just, ask me, or I might just link them below in the description. But I have my fragrances, and as I said, this is my first month doing a fragrance tray. And the reason that I want to do a fragrance tray is because the collection has grown. It's been growing. I've always had like a large collection, and even more so now, I see so many fragrances, they just tend to get ignored. I have fragrances that are like full bottle. Fragrances I've only shared decants from, or worn only one time. So doing fragrance trays is a great way to show your fragrances some equal love. So this month, starting something new, and these are the fragrances that I decided to put on my tray, and we'll talk about them one by one. But just know this is 8 fragrances, but it will not be limited to. So these are not the only 8 fragrances that I will wear this month of September, but these 8 fragrances are fragrances I want to wear 2 or more times at least, so that I can show them some attention and I can actually get some use out of them. So we're going to go into the next frame and we'll talk about these individually. All right, so let's just get right into the fragrances. Like I said, there are 8 fragrances, but it's not limited to. So we're going to start off with this one. I do want to show this fragrance some more love. This is Cabana Sunset by Navitus in collaboration with Paulina. And this fragrance, I do think that it is a summertime fragrance. And when I initially got this fragrance, it was rather off-putting. Now that I have allowed it to macerate, I am growing to really enjoy it, but I need to wear it just a little bit more. And when I did wear this, the couple times that I did wear it, I got compliments on it. But we're going to wear it some more so that I can really connect with the fragrance, because this is one of those fragrances, it's just not very easy. You have to really connect with it, wear it, and think about it. It's just one of those type of complex fragrance, and sometimes we get that, and it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, but it's just one of those fragrances. So again, this is on the tray for September. The next fragrance is also a new fragrance that I want to show some love, because I am really big on especially my designer fragrances. I do have 1 or 2 designer fragrances that I just really enjoy, but I will get these fragrances and they're just like eye candy. They just kind of like sit there. I think I share these more than I wear them. But this was actually my fragrance for today, and I really enjoyed it. I do want to do a full dedicated review. This is the latest Valentino Donna Born in Roma flanker. This is Donna Born in Roma Gold, and it's a Donna born in Roma relative. But we'll talk more about it in the dedicated review. But I do want to wear this in isolation so I can really get a feel and really understand how I feel and how this fragrance performs. So again, this is on the tray for September. The next one is a fragrance that I got a couple years ago. And I do think that I got this fragrance around this time of the year, if I'm remembering right, because I got a discovery set that was sent to me by Lucky Scents. And this is the one that I decided to get only because we were going into cooler months. Struggling with this voice. But we were going into the fall and winter months, so I decided to get something that would be better transitioning. But if I'm remembering, my first pick from that discovery set, of course, was Mango Skin. I still don't have that full-size bottle, but I did get, to me, the next best thing, which is Poets of Berlin. And for those of you who know, you know that Vilhelm perfumeries, they are green. They are fragrances that has a very high green DNA. You can just spell the greenness in it. But this fragrance is really intriguing because it has some blueberry and some lemon notes. I think this is the only fragrance that I have with that blueberry note in it. And I think I've only worn it one time, you guys. So this fragrance definitely needs some love. And I really want to see how the blueberry develops on the skin because I don't remember. I know I've worn it, but I don't remember how I liked it because I still have it, but I don't remember how it performed on me when I wore it. So again, this is on the tray for September, and this is Poets of Berlin by Vilhelm Perfumery. All right, the next fragrance is another one of those fragrances that I wanted something else, but because of the time of year, I decided to go ahead and purchase it. I purchased a different one. And the one that I wanted was the L'Interdit Rouge, I think, because it got so much love at one point in time for like the sexy date night. And I guess I probably still could have gotten that one, but I opted to get the EDP, and this is the L'Interdit by Givenchy EDP. Now, I've worn this maybe one time only, and the dent that you see, it is definitely decant that I have shared. And a lot of people really enjoy this fragrance, but I don't know if the fragrance is just a little too floral for me or why I just haven't given this fragrance any attention. I don't know why. So I'm going to purposely wear this fragrance to decide how I really feel about this fragrance. So again, I do think that although it's very floral because we're in the summer and leading into fall, it's still a befitting fragrance for this time of year. So again, this is L'Interdit EDP by Givenchy. The next fragrance is from the Casamarati line with Xerjoff. And I wore this last month, or last week actually. And it was so good. I really forgot how good it was. And this is one of those fragrances, you guys, that it gives you like a summertime vibe, but the uniqueness in this being such a really nice fruity gourmand, it puts you in the mind of juicy fruit gum. It does, as well as apple pie, and it is so good, and I enjoyed it so much, so I said I'm gonna add it to the fragrance tray for the month of September, and here we are. This is Dolce Amalfi by Xerjoff from their Casamarati line. And the next fragrance is a fragrance that's new to the collection, but it's not new to the experience because I have had quite a few fragrance samples of this fragrance. I have had this fragrance on my wish list for a very, very long time. And I looked up and got this for a really good price, and I could not refuse it. So I now have it, and this is Amalfi by Memo Paris. This is a musky, floral, woody fragrance, and I think that it is perfect for any time of the year. But I do think that this is going to be so pretty, leaving out of the summer going into the fall. And it's absolutely beautiful. I really enjoy this. This smells so good to me. So again, this is Marfa by Memo Paris. The next one is a classic. This is an oldie, but also goodie. This is a fragrance that I wore before I became this bun girl, where I only wanted bun in the collection. So this one takes me back to like undergrad. It takes me back. And this fragrance right here, it's still very show-stopping. I get tons of compliments when I have worn this fragrance. I know this is probably bottle number 3. It could very easily be a signature scent if you are one of those sweet, fruity, sugary type of girls that love that type of fragrance DNA. But this is number 9 from Trish McEvoy, and this is the Blackberry and Vanilla Musk. You guys, this is so good. This is musk and cotton candy. It smells so good. And I added it to the fragrance tray because I haven't worn it in a very long time. Will I replace this once I'm fully out? Yes, I will. And it's such a good fragrance. It's just something nice to have in the collection. And I'm like, I haven't given this any love in a long time, so let's wear it. So this is a part of the fragrance tray for September. This is number 9, Blackberry and Vanilla Musk by Trish McEvoy. And the last one, you guys, is something I remember being in Saks and fell completely for this fragrance. My essay told me that this was her favorite from the line. I pondered about it. I ended up in store the next week getting it. My essay had given me several samples and I really enjoyed it. And I do have it. And I need to give it some love. This is Santal Blanc by Van Cleef and Arpels. And this fragrance is just as chic as the bottle. All white, very slim, rectangular bottle, dainty, very simplistic, but it does make a statement. Really enjoy this. Oh, this is so good. This is a Santal sandalwood type of fragrance. It smells so nice. I actually like this better than I like Santal 33 by Les Labos. To me, this is better, just in my opinion. And it pairs well with vanillas also. And it's just so good, you guys. And I haven't worn it in a while. And I just wanted to show it some love. This is a fragrance I think that you can wear year round. It could also be a signature scent for male or female. And I think it's just a great fragrance leading out of the fall, leading out of the summer into the fall. And I wanted to add it to the fragrance tray for September. So again, this is Santal Blanc by Van Cleef and Arpels. So as I mentioned, my fragrances are not limited to just these 8 fragrances, but I do want to, or I will make a conscious effort to wear these fragrances 2 or more times for the month of September. And like I said, my sole purpose for doing this, I do think that it's a great way to use your fragrances and show all of your fragrances some type of love. So I decided to add it to my commentary as well. I want to thank you guys so very much for participating in any poll that I put out there. I did ask my supporters would they mind seeing it, and the majority of people said that they would enjoy seeing it. So here we are. I will still continue to do my weekly what I wore. All right, so my vocal cords are saying, okay, be quiet, girl. It's time to be quiet. So I will continue that. And we're going to see how this go. Leave any comments below, any questions that you may have about the fragrances that I share with you. And I want to thank you guys so very much for coming back and always supporting. Greatly appreciate you. And do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.